I announced Chick Candy 36 over on my website today, so don't forget to leave a comment to enter to win. So today is Monday, August 12th. Thank you guys for joining me. We are going to make, oh look, we're using Birds of a Feather. So I know you guys don't have the holiday catalog yet if you're a customer. Demonstrators, you have it. Customers, you do not, but it will be in the holiday catalog that goes live on September 4th. So we are using this little image here. This was my week 1 of the 12 weeks of Halloween today, and we are going to remake this box using this stamp set along with this designer series paper. So, but we're not going to add the handle. So I'm going to show you an easier way to make it. And not that adding the handles made it difficult, but it certainly made it a little bit more challenging for some, and it's not as quick to make it with the handle. So I'm going to make a easier version, but I think it's just as cute. I think you're going to love it, especially if you love this stamp set. Okay, so the measurements actually stay the same. This is Pool Party cardstock that measures, what does it measure? 6 by 11.5. And I said this on my video earlier today. Don't confuse 11.5 with 11. On more than one occasion when I've gone to make this box or bag or whatever it is, I've started out with 11 because, you know, I tend to use 8.5 by 11 more than 12 by 12. So you do have to start out with 12 by 12. And I think, no, it's not textured. It's time for me to order more 12 by 12 cardstock. So I normally just order the assorted packs. Yeah, because I know we don't have them in individual colors anymore, but just get the assorted pack like this is in the Subtles pack. Okay, so we're using Cherry Cobbler. That's just a scrap of like 3 by 4. And then the designer series paper, we have 2 pieces that measure 3 3/4 by 3.5. And this is called the Let It Snow paper. This is in that pack of paper that goes with the snowman. So 3 3/4 by 3.5, and then 2 pieces that measure 3.5 by 1 1/4. And I have 2 pieces of white. I think I only need 1. Maybe, well, it's just scraps for our stamping. So we'll go ahead and do that now. We'll go ahead and stamp our image. We'll see if we need both of them or not. Okay, I'm gonna move that stamp set out of my way so that I don't. Okay, I lost my words. If anybody catches that. Uh-oh, grr. Okay, good thing this thing is two-sided. So cute, it makes me so happy. Okay, so we'll let that dry, and then we'll take our Cherry Cobbler ink pad and stamp the greeting. I had to re-ink my Cherry Cobbler today, so it's okay, that should dry fine. We're using Pool Party Light and Pool Party Dark, and we're using Dark Pumpkin Pie and Dark Cherry Cobbler. We're going to start with the light pool, no, the dark Pool Party. I'm just going to, I always say, this is my quick and dirty version of coloring. It's actually my normal version of coloring, though. I'm not in a hurry tonight, though. I was looking for questions. I just want to make sure that I don't ignore the questions. Okay, that looks good. Now we'll take the light, dark pumpkin pie. Goodness gracious, I just keep saying the wrong thing. I have been working though since 6 this morning, so. Okay, now I'm going to color this one really slow because I don't want to mess up his hat. We're going to be using the puff paint tonight. I'm so excited to show that to you. I was playing with it earlier because we have the new glitter, but I don't really like using glitter on videos because I can't, it makes me cough. The glitter makes me cough. So what did I come up with? I'm going to use the puff paint. We're going to dry it with the heat tool, and then we're going to add a little bling or glitter with the Wink of Stella instead of using the new glitter. Okay, so we're done with him right now. So we're gonna get the Big Shot out. Let me show you the pieces. So we're gonna cut, look how cute. So we're gonna cut him out with that, and then we're gonna cut a cherry cobbler piece out, and then we're gonna use the stitch nested dies to cut out the greeting, okay? So I'm gonna slide these over. Okay, so now let's get all of our pieces in here, and then we can, let me put these back in my pack pocket so I don't lose them. Now we're going to get the Simply Scored scoring tool. Okay, 1/2 inch, 4.5, 6, and 10, and then 3/4 and 4.5. Okay, so I'm just folding on the score lines. Yes, this is a Christmas project. So for those of you that are just arriving, I am remaking the bag I shared today on my website, the 12 weeks of Halloween, week number 1. We are making the same thing minus the handles as a Christmas project. Okay, because I know I have a lot of people that love Halloween, and I have a lot of people that hate Halloween or dislike it. Okay, so I'm going to remove this section right here, and then this section here. Plus, it's a great way for me to show the versatility of the projects just by changing the stamps, the paper, and the ink, you know? So this is box template number 7, and you're going to see it Halloween and Christmas. Okay, now we're going to take, well, let me angle cut these just a tad. Okay, now I'm going to take my tear and tape, and here's what's crazy is I'm going to stop for just a second and do the puff paint so that I can allow it to dry. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove the backing. Okay, now we're going to set this aside for just a sec because we want to go back to our image, and we want to take the puff paint. And I'm going to just say a little prayer that I don't mess up, because I did earlier. You have to be careful about how much you squeeze out of this thing. It does have a nice small tip, but if you squeeze too hard, then a big old blob comes out. So, see what I mean? Be careful. Less is more. And it's kind of invisible, you know, it's kind of hard to see. So if you have over 50 eyes like me, It's like you need a magnifier. Not really, because I'm going to show you a tip in just a minute once I get this on here. Is that good coverage? I could get a little bit more right here. What's this called? Snowfall Accents Puff Paint. I love it. Okay, now I'm going to take the heat tool and make it poofy. Hopefully this won't make my video go blurry. I think that's good. Yep. Okay, now we're gonna set this aside and let it dry because we still have a couple more things we're gonna do, okay? Now we go back to assembling our box. So the seam of this box is here. That makes this the front of the bottom of my box. So that's where I'm gonna place my adhesive. Okay, fold that down, fold that down, fold that over. Now this up here, remember this is where that kind of covered up where we put the handle. This time I'm just gonna fold those in. You could make this box, you could use a 1/2 inch shorter, but I kind of like that finished edge of folding it down. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did on the other one, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So I'm gonna start with the side and I'm just going to add some liquid glue, and I use this on my video for the project I shared earlier today, and I did it on my sample for this box too. So the liquid glue does hold it very nicely. Okay, so there's that. This is the front. So we're going to add our designer series paper now. So here's my pieces here. And let's see, this is going to go this way. So I decided to add the paper vertically. Is that right? Yeah, vertical. Sometimes it's hard to decide which direction to go. I think I'm going vertically because the ribbon that we're using is diagonals. What row? There we go. Whew. And now the back. Can you apply color to the puff paint? That's a great idea. Vicki, I'll have to try that. I haven't yet because today's the first time I've used it. So yeah, that's a really good idea. I bet you can. Yeah. In fact, if you remind me at the tail end, we can try it. I just know I may forget. So remind me. Okay, last one. Okay. I was trying to tell which one's the back. I can't really tell. Okay, this is the front. Okay, now we're gonna add the bird to this circle. So why did I put my liquid glue up? Don't know. Just like that. So cute, right? Okay, And then, let's see, I can't remember. Nope, I just used liquid glue to attach it. Now, let's see. I got these, what are they called? They are Star Designer Elements. They're on one of the pages of the Christmas, one of the Christmas sweets. Oh, I think I put this on here crooked. Well, it'll be okay. Isn't that cute? And then this one's gonna get added. Wow, somebody's got a motorcycle out there with a dimensional. Now we're gonna take the, whoops, I'm supposed to shake it. So the Wink of Stella, we're just gonna brush on some glitter. Now we're not done because I feel like it's super cute, but since we didn't do the handle, I feel like it's missing something up here at the top. So what I'm gonna do is take a sponge. We'll pretend that's a big old cookie, right? A cookie would be good right about now. And I'm gonna take this beautiful ribbon. So this is why I chose these colors, is because of this beautiful ribbon. This is called Cherry Cobbler Diagonal Striped Ribbon. It's beautiful and it's soft and it ties fabulous bows. So we'll pretend this is a cookie. Or a candy bar. Or whatever y'all give. I always use food items. I think it's because all of those years that I was the teacher appreciation chairperson, and we made cookies for every single teacher that my kids had, both in elementary and middle school. One time, Fluffy jumped on top of the kitchen table and scarfed 60 dozen cookies. She didn't eat all 60 dozen, but 60 dozen got ruined. Whew, that was a terrible thing for a couple reasons. Okay, so this is going to go in here just like that. Look how stinking cute, isn't it? I love it. Okay, so let's compare it to the one I made earlier. Let's see if I messed up. No, I didn't. They're the same. You can tell I needed to re-ink my Cherry Cobbler ink pad earlier, and I did. Okay, you guys have a great night. Thank you.